When the world is still asleep, a new version of you is waiting to be created. Waking up at 5 a.m. isn't just a habit. It's a complete shift in how you live your life. It's the difference between reacting to life and taking control of it. And today, I want to show you why waking up at 5 a.m. might be the most powerful decision you ever make. Let me start with a story. There's a man named Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks. Before Starbucks became the giant it is today, Schultz used to wake up at dawn, long before the sun came out, just to study business, plan, and think. He said one sentence that stuck with me forever: "Success is not an accident. It's a choice repeated daily." And that's what waking up at 5 a.m. really is. It's a choice that builds your future day after day. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you woke up early? Not because you had to, but because you wanted to invest in yourself? Most people wake up rushing to school, rushing to work, rushing to life. But the people who win, they start before everyone else. Think about Kobe Bryant. Kobe used to wake up at 4 a.m. to train, not because he was forced, but because he knew something powerful. If he trained while everyone else slept, he could be 2 steps ahead every single day. And when you stack those days for years, that's how legends are made. Now you might think, but what am I supposed to do at 5 a.m.? Let me tell you something important. Waking up early is not about doing a million tasks. It's about creating a clean mental space. A space where nobody is calling you. Nobody is texting you. No notifications. No noise. Just you, your mind, and your goals. Imagine this. You wake up at 5 a.m. Outside, the world is silent. You breathe deeper. Your mind feels clearer. And for the first time in a long time, you feel like you are ahead, not behind. That feeling alone is life-changing. Let me give you a practical example. When you wake up at 5 a.m., you gain 2 or 3 extra hours every single day. You know what that means over a year. It means you gain over 700 hours of extra life. 700 hours where other people are sleeping. 700 hours where you could learn, build, exercise, think, grow. 700 hours that can literally change your future. Now let me tell you a true story that proves this. There was a young man named Thomas who wanted to become a software developer, but he had a full-time job, a family, responsibilities, and no free time. Or at least, that's what he thought. So he decided to wake up at 5 a.m. every day and study for 1 hour before work. After 9 months, that 1 hour a day turned into a completely new skill. After 12 months, it turned into a new career. Today, he earns 3 times more than before. All because of one thing. He woke up at 5 a.m. and invested in himself before the world demanded anything from him. And now I want you to reflect. What would happen if you had 1 extra hour every morning to improve yourself? What could you build? What could you learn? Who could you become? People underestimate how small daily habits transform entire lives. Waking up early isn't just discipline, it's identity. It's you telling yourself, I am someone who doesn't wait for life to happen. I create my life. Let's talk about focus. When you wake up at 5 a.m., your mind functions differently. Your brain is fresh. Your willpower is stronger. You think deeper. You learn faster. You're not overwhelmed yet. If you try reading at 9 p.m., you fall asleep. If you read at 5 a.m., it feels like your brain is on turbo mode. And here's something interesting. Most billionaires and high achievers, people like Tim Cook, The Rock, Apple executives, Navy SEALs, they all have one weird thing in common. They wake up ridiculously early, not because they enjoy being tired, but because they understand that the early morning is the only time of the day they truly control. Now let me ask you another question. Do you want a life where you are always behind, always stressed, always rushing? Or do you want a life where you start in peace, where you take control from the first minute of the day, where you feel powerful instead of overwhelmed? Because waking up at 5 a.m. gives you that control. Let me share another real example. There was a woman named Jasmine who always said she had no time to work on her dreams. She wanted to write a book, but between work and life, she felt exhausted. So for 30 days, she tried waking up at 5 a.m. and writing only 30 minutes a day. After 1 month, she had written more than in the last 5 years. After 6 months, her book was complete. Now she sells thousands of copies on Amazon. Again, one small decision changed the direction of her entire life. Let me give you a quote from Robin Sharma. Own your morning, elevate your life. This isn't just a motivational sentence, it's truth, pure truth. Because when you start your day with discipline, The rest of the day becomes easier. When you start with power, confidence grows. When you start with intention, distraction loses control. You might not control your entire life right now, but you can control the first hour of your day, and that's enough to transform everything. Now I want you to imagine your future self, the version of you 6 months from now. Picture him. Is he stronger, smarter, more confident, more successful? Now imagine you could meet that version of yourself and ask, how did you become like this? He would probably say one simple thing: I stopped wasting my mornings. Waking up at 5 a.m. is not about being perfect, it's about being committed, it's about showing up for yourself, even when you don't feel like it, that it's about choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. And if you try it even for 7 days, just 1 week, you will feel a difference in your energy, your discipline, your focus, your confidence. Because waking up early isn't just a habit, that it's a message that says, I'm done being average, that I'm ready to build something bigger. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, don't think, don't negotiate, don't say 5 more minutes. Stand up, stretch, drink water, breathe, and take the first step toward the life you want. The world is full of people waiting for the perfect moment, but successful people don't wait. They wake up, they get up, they move. So here's my final question for you. Are you willing to wake up for your dreams before the world wakes up to stop you? Your new life starts at 5 a.m. Now it's your turn.